Hey Dance Fam, it's your sister in Dance T from Dance Ministry TV. We are almost at the finish line of the Dance Ministry Choreography 2.0 5-week series. I apologize for not uploading a video last week, but thank you to everyone who has taken the time to leave a comment or send me a DM about the series. Your feedback has been extremely valuable to me. Next up is the fourth element of dance, energy. This should be a relatively easy video, so let's get into it. Moving our bodies anywhere requires energy. The amount of effort or force applied to movements is determined by the amount of energy expended. In other words, energy is the power source for movement. Authors Blom and Chaplin describe energy as the potential for force, the capacity for action, and for overcoming resistance to gravity. They also state that force, ranging from a scale from light to strong, has to do with the magnitude or intensity of the energy exerted, expended, or released. Author Constance A. Schrader describes energy as the combination of muscular, mental, and emotional power in action. Everyone exerts some degree of energy in our daily activities, whether it's walking down the street, doing push-ups, or just rolling over in bed. In most cases, we innately have a sense of exactly how much energy is needed to complete certain tasks or move objects. Before I pick up a remote, something instinctively tells me, oh, that's not going to require much energy versus me jumping over a hurdle. In other cases where something may be unfamiliar to you, meaning you've never done it before, once you identify how much energy it took out of you the first time, more than likely the next time around, you will be more aware of the effort you will need to apply. So how is energy applied to movement? Remember in the last video, I said time answers the question of when movements happen. Well, energy answers the question of how the body is moving. It is said that behind every movement lies an intention, and that is revealed by conscious control of energy. So in other words, dancers exert energy in various degrees when moving their bodies, but the intention behind the movement is what controls how much energy is released versus how much energy is withheld. Let me give you two examples. Here is Kendrick performing a jump in place. Imagine the intention behind his jump is to demonstrate strength or power over a situation. Considering that the amount of force or effort behind a movement has to do with the magnitude or intensity of energy released on a scale from light to strong, how much energy do you think he actually exerted in this video? Clearly, the force or effort behind his jump is on the stronger side of the scale. This is Tiana in a more passive position. Unlike Kendrick's jump displaying power, the energy released through the movement of her arm along with the posture of her body reveals the intention of maybe surrendering. An audience should be able to recognize the difference in the amount of energy released between Kendrick's jump versus Tiana's movement of her arm across the floor. Reason being is two opposite forces are in play. The jump being on the stronger side of the scale, and the movement of Tiana's arm being on the lighter side of the scale. The purpose of releasing various degrees of energy behind movement is to bring gradation, layers, texture, and visual interpretation to the overall choreography. So your energy level should match whatever the intention is behind movements throughout the dance. What you don't want is for every movement to involve the same level of energy throughout the choreography, because that can become boring and not so interesting to the audience. Just keeping it real. The magnitude and manner in which energy is released is what gives movement distinct characteristics, also known as movement qualities, which help to identify how a dancer is moving, and those qualities are sustained, meaning slow, steady, fluid, smooth-like, continuous movements. Percussive, sharp, strong, energetic, and sudden movements. Swinging, like swaying to and fro. Suspended, a moment of defying gravity before being pulled back down. Collapse, sinking, release of tension, deflation, or fall. Vibratory, meaning shaking, wiggle, or vibration of the body or body parts. But guess what though? Energy is not just revealed in how a dancer moves, but is also motivated by why a dancer moves. Why a dancer moves has more to do with their inner attitude, feelings, or emotions. If grief is the inner attitude or emotion, then grief becomes the motivation, aka the why, behind low energy movements that give the appearance of weight or heaviness.